Hello there, SJW Africa here, and I wanted to do um some other video, but uh, I this just popped up in my head that I actually had something uh on 1975, actually a story that was told to me by a teenage girl I had worked with at the time, uh, who narrated how the previous week a householder had drawn a machete. And I said, what? Why was that? And she said this, the householder had told them that previous witnesses that had come calling, he warned them never to return to his door. But the Jehovah's Witnesses would not listen. So on this occasion, he decided to school them a little bit and told them how his father was a Jehovah's Witness um, during the 1975 debacle. You know what I mean? And that because of the teaching of the Jehovah's Witnesses that the end was coming in 1975, his father is one of the many Jehovah's Witnesses that put their lives on hold. And what would he do? He withdrew his child education. He would no longer have his child go to college, go to school, because the end was just around the corner. That shattered his life. A man, according to this teenage sister, looking haggard, you see poverty and hunger reaching all over his face. Perhaps he's now an alcoholic somewhere, who manages to get handouts and goes for the booze, just to pass time, and it's all reflecting on his physique and everything. So now Jehovah's Witness says, come calling again, talking about God's kingdom. And this was God's kingdom that was supposed to be here in 1975. His father, just like many experiences all over the world, did that to his son. It was so convincing. 1975, come on, was the thing. No more education. And what's the impact of that? Devastating. The impact. In a developing country like Nigeria, Africa, Paris, go back, please. Okay, close the. Wow, that was. I didn't anticipate that, like 1975. Paris was gonna just put a hold to my video right there. Uh, okay, kids will always be kids, but I pleaded with her to let me have some few minutes behind the camera. Okay, so it's not a thing of play what happened to this man. So let's go back to the story. And it told them the story about how the decision of his father and how every member of his family had told him that no, you can't do this. This is just insane. What you mean that the end is going? Oh, let's see the end come. It doesn't stop anyone from going to school. But according to the Jehovah's Witness, you don't need to go to school when the end is just 4 months away. Like 8 years, everything is gonna be like, let's say the One Awake magazine or 1969. I said, what business or profitable venture would you go into that you wouldn't even have the time to get those over the line? If be it education, business, or whatever, it's just a waste of time. It was in their magazine. And look at him over there. He tried to explain himself to them, and the Jehovah's Witness were trying to say, you really don't understand. There is a reason behind. There is, trying to patronize this confused brother. You know what I mean? Trying to unsuccessfully, let's say, a very feeble attempt to want to put up a defense, because what are they gonna say? All right, Jehovah's Witnesses are taught to be persistent, so they still wanted to get a word out to, and this man said, okay, I would just plead that you just leave. You know what I mean? Just leave already. And these guys were lingering about. And boom! Because the sister was very dramatic about what happened. This man dashed right inside and got a machete and was gonna assault them with that weapon. Get out of here, I say. Your religion put me in this condition. I have no job, no education. My dad is long dead, and all I got is this dilapidated structure of a house. My dad is 6 feet. This is all he left for me. And if I sell this house, probably it's not gonna make $100. Now, he had to get a machete to drive the message into the thick skull of the Jehovah's Witnesses. All right, you can see the emotion that can provoke. The impact this religion has had in the lives of so many people. And you'll see some people on YouTube, on Facebook, cussing me out, and others, and would always say that this guy's a bitter. Now, what am I bitter about here? How can you justify this evil? What do you have to say? When I was in my teens or pre-teens, I heard about 1975, but I did not know the details. I did not know the details of 1975 until a few years back when I got on YouTube and now watch tips, convention, name it. Stay alive to 1975. That was the message that rang so clear, and there was no mistake about it. But you know what? The Jehovah's Witnesses leaders actually turned around and blamed their friends. They pulled the blame on them. You know what I mean? Isn't that just extraordinary? Something that you put in print is on tape, is all over. They were just following the teachings that was handed to them, handed down by God, as you claim, applying all the principles. And 1975 did not come and they changed it. They blamed the French. How wicked. I just want Jehovah's Witnesses, if you see a video like this, why don't you just hush? There is nothing to say here. If you can't wake up and you want to keep sleeping, that's alright by me. When you see a video like this, you keep mum. Don't put up any defense because there's nothing to say here. I don't understand. I'm gonna be talking about, okay, let me not let it out right now, about what my perception of most Jehovah's Witnesses now. Their brains, how is it wired now? Do you really have to blame the governing body? So much information is out there for these people to wake up, and even things that don't make sense at all, they begin to, or when, what do you have to say? Stay alive to 1975? 1975 came, nothing happened. I was encouraged to sell off my house, stop schooling, put my marriage on hold, no kids, and now none of that happened. And I left and said, I didn't bargain for this. And you say that that was a time of cleansing, sifting, a time for refinement. No, I learned back then that it was actually a fulfillment of Bible prophecy. That was going to happen. Those people were able to stand the test would emerge refined, and those that did not got frustrated, who all of a sudden are homeless. What are they gonna do? They left the organization and they were all disfellowshipped for a thing you put out there. They couldn't they couldn't leave freely. They left because they found out that this isn't what we thought it is. And they disfellowshipped them. Clap, clap, clap. I clap everyone, every member of the governing body. You guys, oh come on, man. You guys know what you're doing anyway. You know what you're doing. You know what I mean. You know what these followers of yours. You probably laugh behind your back and say, "Hey, how can you believe such a ridiculous thing?" And I see a few way back, see a couple, out there in the ministry here in Nigeria, we call it field service. Okay, no, perspiring, all sweaty with the umbrella, walking for Jehovah. I've done that before with my bag, empty stomach. You say to yourself, you're doing Jehovah's work. Whereas all this is just fiction. Spider-Man's story. Spider-Man's story is enjoyable. At least we know it's not real. But this fiction that actually pulls people down 6 feet is not funny at all. All right? Next time you are out in service and you see a man whose life has been impacted by 1975, a word of advice: do not say hello. Do not, because the next thing you might see will be a shiny machete, like the one Jesus Christ is going to hold on the day of judgment, according to the Bible. SJW Africa here. Take me out of here.